Hey everyone, my name is Shalima and welcome back to day 15 of our 30 days spoken English series. Can you believe it, guys? You have already made it halfway through this challenge. And that means you are not just learning English, you are building a powerful habit. So first, take a second to appreciate yourself. And you are doing amazing. Now, today's lesson is extra special because we are going to solve a grammar confusion that troubles almost every English learners. The differences between do and does. ES. Have you ever found yourself asking, do I say he do or he does? What's the right structure when asking a question with do? And why do native English speakers sound so natural when they use these words? So don't worry guys, today we are breaking it all down step by step in a way that finally makes sense. You will not only learn the rules and structures but also how to use them confidently while speaking, and that's not all, because we have got a super simple explanation with real life examples, a fun story to help you remember the rules, a shadow activity to practice like a pro, and at the last, 5 powerful vocabulary words to boost your fluency at the end. So stay with me till the last second, because by the end of this video, you will be more confident, more fluent, and one step closer to speaking English like a natural. So now, before we dive in, I want to hear from you. What's one English word or phrase you always struggle with? Drop it in the comments below and I'll help you out by the end of this video. Alright guys, so let's see who's all ready to take their English to the next level. So let's get started. Guys, now that you know what's coming up, let's jump into part 1 and begin with the word do. Do. It's a small word, but it plays a big role in English. We use it in questions, negative sentences, and sometimes even to give extra focus in a sentence. Sounds interesting? Don't worry, I'll make it super simple for you guys. So let's first understand the definition, the structure, and of course plenty of examples so you know exactly how to use do in real life conversation. Let's get into it. So the very first, let's talk about do. Guys, do is a verb used to talk about actions or to make questions and negative sentences in the present tense. Okay, now if I talk about the structure, how you can use this. So the structure will be subject, that is I, you, we or they, plus do plus verb's first form. Okay, if you talk about negative, then the structure will be the subject plus do plus not plus verb's first form. Alright, so now let's see some example sentences. The first example is, I do my homework every evening. You do exercise in the morning. They don't do their work properly. Do we do it like this? You see, do is used with I, we, you, they. Okay. Now, that's you clearly understand how and when to use do. It's time to move on part 2, where we talk about its close cousin, does. Yes, does. It might look similar to do, but it's used a little differently, and using the wrong one is a very common mistake among learners. But don't worry guys, I'm going to show you exactly. Now that we covered the uses of do, and I want you to know which sentence from today's lesson felt the most useful to you. So leave a comment and share with your favorite examples. If I talk about does, is the third person singular form of do, and it's used when the subject is he, she or it in the present tense. Okay, if I talk about the structure will be subject like he, she, it plus does plus verb's first form. And if you talk about negative, then it will again subject, does not plus verb's first form. Now let's see some example sentences. He does his homework on time. She does yoga every morning. It doesn't work properly. Does he like coffee? So guys, remember, with does, the main verb stays in the base form and we don't add s to it. Alright guys, now you know the differences between do and does, and I hope things are much clear now. But let's not stop here. Alright, now let's clear the confusion between do and does. Both are helping verbs guys, but the main difference is all about subjects. We use do with I, we, you, they. Okay, for example, I do my homework every day. They do yoga in the morning. You do great work. If I talk about does, so does is used with he, she, it or any singular name. Alright, for example, he does his job honestly. She does the cooking. My brother does all the cleaning. So remember, do is equal to plural, that is subjects or I or you. Does is equal to he, she, it or singular subjects. Okay, now here I am going to take a quick test. Let's test you guys. Say it out loud. She do. She does. They does. They do. I/does. I do. Okay, now we have covered the differences between do and does. Which one do you think is trickier to use? Do or does? Let's talk about in the comments. Now guys, that's the differences. Let's enjoy the motivational story because it's time a story. Now it's story time guys, because when you hear something in context in a real life situation, your brain remembers it much better. So now I am going to tell you a short and interesting story using do and does in the action. So your job, just listen carefully, enjoy the story and notice how naturally these words are used. So are you guys ready for this? Okay. So there was a girl named Ria. She came from a very small town where no one was really spoke English. Her school didn't have good teachers and most people around her would say, why do you even need English? How does it matter in real life? But Ria had a real dream. She wanted to work in a big company, speak confidently and inspire others. But people laughed at her dream. They said, you don't even go to the coaching. How will you do it? But Ria didn't listen. She believed in herself. She started learning English with her just phone. No fancy courses, no expensive classes, just from the YouTube videos, mirror practice and dedication. Every day she would say to herself, I do this for my future. I do this for my dream. I do this for me. And slowly she improved. Her pronunciation got better. Her vocabulary grew. She wasn't fluent yet, but she didn't stop. One day during a job interview, the interviewer asked her, how does a girl from a small town speak with such confidence? And with a smile, Ria replied, because I do what most people don't. I do the work every single day, but she got the job. She got the job, she moved to the city and today she helps others like her, teaching them, and that's if she can do it, they can too. You can too. Wasn't that story inspiring? If you could relate to Ria's journey, drop a comment below and tell me what's one goal you are determined to achieve in your English learning journey. Alright, now it's time for one of the most powerful part of this video, that is shadowing practice. This will help you to sound more natural, more confident and more fluent. So if I'll say a sentence and you repeat after me guys. So let's train your tongue and mind together. So are you guys ready for this? Alright, now repeat after me. I do my work every day. I do my work every day. Next, she does her work with focus. She does her work with focus. Repeat after me. She does her work with focus. Now the next sentence is, do you like reading books? Repeat after me. Do you like reading books? One more time. Do you like reading books? Next is, does he play cricket? Does he play cricket? Next, they don't do it like us. They don't do it like us. Next is, he doesn't go to the school on Sundays. He doesn't go to the school on Sundays. Repeat after me, guys. He doesn't go to the school on Sundays. Now, repeat these 2-3 times with me. Your mouth and brain needs to get used to it. Fantastic job on the shadowing practice, guys. You are doing amazing. Now, let's wrap things up with 5 powerful vocabulary words that will take your English to the next level. And these words will help you to sound more fluent and confident in your daily conversations. So, let's dive in and make your English even more powerful. So the word number 1 is ubiquitous. Ubiquitous means present, appearing or found everywhere. For example, social media is ubiquitous in today's world. Now, the word number 2 is ephemeral. Ephemeral means lasting for a very short time. Lasting for a very short time. For example, the beauty of the sunset was ephemeral. The beauty of the sunset was ephemeral. Now the next one is ineffable. Ineffable. Ineffable means too great or extreme to be expressed in words. For example, the artist's performance was so emotional that it left the audience in an ineffable state of awe. Now, the number 4 word is lethargic. Lethargic means lacking energy or enthusiasm. Sluggish. For example, the heat made everyone feel lethargic and unwilling to do much. Next word is serendipity. Serendipity means the occurrence of event by chance in a happy or beneficial way. So, for example, their meeting was a moment of serendipity as they hadn't seen each other in years. So you have just learned 5 new words, powerful words. Which one are you the most excited to start using in your conversation? Comment below and let's challenge each other to use them in our next conversations. Alright, so guys, so that was day 15 and you have now mastered do and does like a pro. Practice the shadowing part at least 3 times today and that's your homework. So if you learned something from this video, don't forget to like the video and share this video. If you are new on my channel, please subscribe the channel for day 16. Okay. So thanks for watching. Bye bye. Take care.